Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text 34. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tadvadarshinaha. Translation. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. Please repeat. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. Purport. The path of spiritual realization is undoubtedly difficult. The Lord therefore advises us to approach a bona fide spiritual master in the line of disciplic succession from the Lord himself. No one can be a bona fide spiritual master without following this principle of disciplic succession. The Lord is the original spiritual master, and a person in the disciplic succession can convey the message of the Lord as it is to his disciple. No one can be spiritually realized by manufacturing his own process, as is the fashion of foolish pretenders. The Bhagavatam says, Dharma hi sakshat bhagavat pranitam. The path of religion is directly enunciated by the Lord. Therefore, mental speculation or dry arguments cannot help one progress in spiritual life. One has to approach a bona fide spiritual master to receive the knowledge. Such a spiritual master should be accepted in full surrender, and one should serve the spiritual master like a menial servant, without false prestige. Satisfaction of the self-realized spiritual master is the secret of advancement in spiritual life. Sit like this. Inquiries and submission constitute the proper combination for spiritual understanding. Unless there is submission and service, inquiries from the learned spiritual master will not be effective. Sit like this. In front of the deities, we sit like that. It's a sign of respect. If it's hard, you put your you see, you can sit on this and your legs on the floor like that. It's easier. One must be able to pass the test of the spiritual master, and when he sees the genuine desire of the disciple, he automatically blesses the disciple with genuine spiritual understanding. In this verse, both blind following and absurd inquiries are condemned. One should not only hear submissively from the spiritual master, but one must also get a clear understanding from him in submission and service and inquiries. A bona fide spiritual master is by nature very kind toward the disciple. Therefore, when the student is submissive and is always ready to render service, the reciprocation of knowledge and inquiries becomes perfect. So just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. So, human life is meant for inquiring into Brahman. Atato Brahman Jinyasa. This is how the Vedanta Sutra starts. Vedanta Sutra's first aphorism, Atato Brahma Jinyasa. Ata means therefore. It starts like that. Therefore. What does that mean, therefore? How come a book can start with therefore? The therefore means now we have gone through so many species of life, correct? And we have come to this human form of life. This is not a belief, it is a fact. It is scientific fact. The consciousness evolves. We start from the water, it evolves, it goes into the plants, to the insects, to the reptiles, to the birds, like that, and to the mammals. And finally, we come to the human form. Some souls are forced to be born as pigeons, squirrels, all of that. Why are they into this kind of body? And we are in a human body. So therefore, now that you have reached this stage of high consciousness, you should inquire. So that is the goal of human life. So here it is said, Tat Vidhi, to understand the Tat, all the different understanding of sacrifice, which means to please the Lord. How to please the Lord? How to become a servant of the Lord in this life? How to understand what I am, what is the Lord, and what is our relationship? If you ask somebody outside what you are, what will they say? They will say, I'm Canadian, I'm Quebecois, or I am Indian, right? They will answer like that. So, according to the body that they possess. But if you ask Tia, if you ask her, what are you? She cannot say, I'm Indian. She doesn't know, but she's conscious, right? So she's conscious. But the mentality of thinking, I'm Indian, I'm white, I'm black, that comes later. It is an added layer on top of the consciousness. We are giving a designation to the consciousness, but the consciousness itself is not designated. Tamaham Brahmasmi. I am Brahman. What is Brahman? Brahman is this supreme consciousness. And there's Brahman and Parabrahman. Our consciousness is part of the Parabrahman. So this consciousness can never be destroyed. It is eternal. What is that verse that says that we are eternal in the Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter? You know that one? That we always existed. Yeah. Nadvevaham jatu nasam nadvam nime janadipa nachayvana bhavishyamaha sarve vayamataha param. So, natu evaham jatu nasam. Never was there a time when I did not exist. So, this consciousness will never cease. We cannot stop it. Sometimes they think, oh, I'll party very hard, I'll play hard, and when I die, finish, finally. But that is not a fact. Consciousness can never stop. Sometimes people, they suffer so much, they think I will kill myself. I had a friend when I was a teenager, a friend of mine I knew very well. So during COVID time, he committed suicide. They found him. Some others of my friend found him. He hung himself. So he thought, let me finish this consciousness. But actually, suicide brings you to a even lower. You become a ghost. When you kill yourself, you become ghost. Ghosts are real, huh? It's not a story. Ghosts do exist. My father saw a ghost. My mother saw a ghost. I was thrown something on my shoulder by a ghost. I was alone in the bathroom, no one else, and something that was hanging 2 meters away flew on my shoulder like that. So many times, sometimes we see things moving like that. Ghost is real. So why this ghost has got this type of existence? Why he's forced to become like that? And I am a human body. According to our activity, yanti deva vrata devan pitrin yanti pitri vitaha. So it's not every path lead to the same way. No. Krishna would have said that. But here he says, Yanti Deva Vrita Devan. If you worship the Devata, you go to the Devata. Pitrin Yanti Pitri Vrita, and the Pitri, the ancestors. In China, there's a lot of ancestor worship. They have shrines. They always worship the ancestors, you know. Bhutani. What is Bhuta? Ghosts, right? So those who worship the demigods will take birth amongst the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me will live with me. So what is the difference? All of them, demigods, ancestors, ghosts, you are still in a material body. But if you worship Krishna, it is no longer a material body. No. There is a picture where you see some people, they worship the ghosts in the tree. So there's different ways of worship. The worship of the demigod is in the Sattva-guna, Suryadev, Brahma, Shiva, but they are devatas. They are not Bhagavan, Sri Krishna. Krishna says, Mattaha paratanam nanyat kinchirasti. There is no one superior to me. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaha sarvam pravartate. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. This is not our words. Krishna himself says. Then you can worship some great personality or ancestors like that. And then Bhuta. Sometimes the tree are inhabited by ghosts. Sometimes in some village, like in India, you will see there's a ghost-hunted tree. People will say, don't go there. The ghosts live there. So, but the people who are simple-minded, no knowledge, they think, oh, ghost is very strong. I can worship. So they go worship ghost. It's true, ghost is stronger than human. Because ghosts can go anywhere. We cannot do like that. They can go high, they can come, they can enter your mind like this. They can control people sometimes. So they go and worship the ghost. But this is so dangerous. I knew one man in China, he was worshiping ghosts. And I went into his house. Oh, it was like entering a movie, like a scary movie. The house was all dark, and the man had like diseases on his body and all. I could tell something was wrong with him. So when you worship ghosts, you become in the mode of. Well, I knew him. I was not so scared, but I understood something is wrong here. I could feel as soon as I enter. I really didn't like. Sometimes you can feel, Sometimes you feel some presence. Oh, how come it looks like someone's looking at me? So when this happens, Namaste Narasimhaya Prala, you sing Namaste. His Grace Sundar Gopal Prabhu, our Shiksha Guru, he can see ghosts. Many times he saw ghosts in Singapore. Singapore has many ghosts. And so one time he saw this lady, Chinese lady ghost. She was crying. So he preached to her. He said, now you're a ghost. You should chant Hare Krishna. Like that you will leave. So the lady, she stood and then she left by the window like that. Just flew away. So because ghosts can fly. Ghosts they can go where they want. So one time also another ghost attacked Prabhu, and Prabhu chanted Hare Krishna. Somehow the ghost was still attacking, and after he chanted Namaste Narasimhaya and like that, he heard like this very, very loud, and then the ghost disappeared. So ghost is real. We must remember that, and so that's why we need to protect ourselves. People think I do what I want, and then it's okay. No, there's 3 modes of material nature: Sattva Guna, Raja Guna, Tama Guna. If you live in the mode of passion and ignorance, then some very bad birth you will take. People do not know these things. So we have to be careful. So we should not waste time. Krishna says, unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly. He said, men of small intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. You can't make her watch me do phone. Okay, Sia. Okay. Phone, Sia. Huh? Go with Papa. Okay. So, if we worship the demigods, we go to the demigods, but that is not also eternal. Shinya punya martyam lokam vishanti. After we finish our pious activity, the result of our pious activity, we must return again. When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure, and the results of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to the mortal planet again. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the 3 Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. So, in all religion, Islam or Christianity or Buddhism, doesn't matter, it speaks of heaven. But what they don't tell you clearly is that heaven is not eternal. Even if you go there, you must come back again. So that is not the goal of life. Goal of life is to go back to the Supreme Lord, because we are His eternal servant. We must serve. So therefore, one should be intelligent enough to understand that, let me finish this life. And how to do? Here Krishna says, Madmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vashyasi yuktaivam atmanam mad parayanaha. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee and offer obeisances to me. You see, here we teach you to offer obeisances, yes? When you go to other Hindu temple, they don't teach that. The altar open, you just do like that, correct? Yeah. But it's not correct. Here Krishna says, offer obeisances. What is the word? Namaskuru. You must offer obeisance. Namaskar, not just namaskar. Namaskuru means actually offer obeisances. Offer obeisances to me and worship me.
You write that it means...
Please accept my humble obeisances means like you bow down. Bow down like that. Because it is a display of surrender. Because we went away from God. We went away from Krishna. Now we surrender that I made a mistake. You are my Lord. It's not, and Krishna is the perfect master. He's not going to be a bad master like all the other people here in the world. If we surrender to someone here, we will be cheated. But if we surrender to Krishna, we actually become happy. It's a fact. Why is that? Because He's the Supreme Lord, He's in our heart. If we please Him, we become happy. If you water a plant, if you want to water a plant, Arman, do you water the leaves? Where do you put the water? In the roots. But how come you put on the root and the leaves become green? The water goes, yeah, it sucks and it distributes to all the leaves, correct? Yes. So if we please the Lord, we will all become happy. Just like now, we were singing whose name? Whose name we were singing? Krishna. Do you think we can jump like this by singing John, Allen, Henry? Yeah? John, Allen, Henry. So we will never feel bliss because it's material name. But Hare Krishna, Rama, it's spiritual name. Therefore, we feel happy. How come? Every single day, every time you come, same song. We don't say, okay, Mataji, today new song. Not like that. Always same songs. And only 3 words. Hare Krishna, Rama. Yeah? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama. And we feel more and more happiness. So, but sometimes some people, they say, no, I don't feel so much happiness. Why? Because too much sins is there. Therefore, Krishna says, this is an important verse. Look at this. Yesham fantagatam papam jananam punya karmanam tedvanva mohanir mukta bhajante mam vridavrita. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated, are freed from the dualities of delusion, and they engage themselves in my service with determination. So to be vridavrita, to be very strict in devotional service, we must remove what? Papam. We must remove the sin. If we are too sinful, we won't like that. Just like sometimes we go on Harinam outside, Hare Krishna. Some people they like, oh, Haribol. Some other people they're like, they don't want to hear. Why? This person is too sinful. What are the sins? What are the sins?
No meat eating.
Meat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit sex. If we do these things, we will not appreciate this Krishna consciousness movement.
We want to learn what is sin.
Yeah, sin is these things. Meat eating, because you kill animal. Gambling, you know what gambling means?
Oh, yeah,
like I throw the dice, you give me your money, you cry, I laugh, you know? Because gambling means I win someone else's money. That's not good. Like, let's say I take $100 from you. Are you happy? That's not nice, right? So gambling, yeah, but gambling is legal stealing, we can say. And sometimes you lose, and many people they lose and they kill themselves, or they put their family in ruination. So bad. So meat eating, gambling, intoxication means drinking alcohol, smoking, and all of that. But that is bad. And illicit sex. Illicit sex means men, women are together, but they're not married. So that is illicit. So these 4 things. Those who commit these things more and more, they are sinful and they cannot appreciate this Sankirtan movement. So therefore, we must purify ourselves. And the more we get purified, the more the Lord will reveal Himself in us. He says, to show them special mercy, I dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So Krishna is in our heart. If we chant Hare Krishna, we will start to, I understand now. Why? I never understood that. Now I know. Like that. Because Krishna is giving the intelligence. Okay? So we must learn to be serious, chant Hare Krishna every day, read about Krishna. Then the more we do that, the more we will become happy. The Lord is saying, yeah, Tushanti Ramanti, pleasure, right? Pleasure. The thoughts of my devotees dwell in me. So the devotees think about Krishna. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. So the more you become purified, the more you like to speak about Krishna, and the more you like to discuss with other devotees about Krishna, and you become happy. Prasanga manaso. So to become happy, we need to link ourselves with Krishna. But if we do the sense gratification, we will become unhappy. That's for sure. Because if you want sense gratification, sometimes it will take away, right? I want this. One day you don't have, then you cry, right? Sometimes they laugh, sometimes they cry. But devotee is sama. He remains always steady. If the material unhappiness comes, doesn't matter. Krishna is inside here. You can do something outside, disturb me, but I know Krishna is here. Therefore, you can focus on the Lord and be happy. Okay? So, what is the most important thing we must do?
Chanting.
Yes, chanting Hare Krishna. So therefore, we say every day we should chant some rounds. Take some number of rounds, okay? So that's what we're going to do now. Please take your bead bags, everybody. We're going to chant one round. Is there? Your blue one is there? We're going to chant one round. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Go Premanande, Hari Hari. So please take everybody one round. We're going to chant. Krishna Prabhu, we can come here and lead the chant. Can sit here.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Jai
Krishna
Sri
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Chaitanya,
Ram,
Prabhu
Hare Ram, Ram
Nityananda,
Ram,
Shri
Hare Hare.
Advaita
Hare
Gadadhara,
Krishna, Hare
Shivasari,
Krishna, Krishna
Gaura
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Bhaktavedanta.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram.